I'm Tim Bagwell, candidate for the 19th Congressional District, running against Sean Shimkus for the second time. Learned a lot from the first time around. Run during a midterm, not during a presidential year in this district. I expect to at least have 40% of the vote. Actually, I'm expecting more than that, but because of turnout, I think we'll have that 40%. We have been working very hard with a very limited budget, very limited finances. Apparently it's an epidemic in the country among challenger Democratic races. We're waiting for money to come in that's been promised, and that's beginning to scare us now too. if that money will be coming in. To be quite frank with you, to win in this race, the opponent needs to implode. And there's a lot of reasons why we thought that there might be a reason for that, and we've been working on that with recent revelations regarding the Save a Life Foundation. Speaking to that, though, in terms of my qualifications, is that's sort of been my background since I worked in the government, the Defense Mapping Agency, doing internal control reviews. When I worked in my dissertation, I did a dissertation examining the student loan program and problems with the way guarantors manage their program and fraud related to that. And I think you're familiar in town here with some of the work I've done with voting problems in some of the precincts in 2007 with the smear race, the smear race that you covered.
Yeah.
I researched, and you covered the ALO and missing write-in votes for the
Alio, yeah.
Yeah, I never pronounced his name right. He's Republican. No, I'm sorry. That and also work in Rock Island, not quite as successful there. A much more difficult machine. Not in the press, they're harder to get involved. We've been working, like I said, working very hard to get this message out about. Well, that's what I do. Is that kind of work in terms of reviewing how the government runs programs and how things are run. I think that's one of the things I'll be bringing to the office is this kind of oversight, because I think oversight is what's missing in Washington. They don't investigate enough. I think from the left, the people who brought to me the Save a Life information, one is from the left in Georgia, the other is on the right in Texas. And I think what people have in common here is whether you're left or right, if the government allocates money, it should be spent on what it was designated to be spent on. And that's what Congress should be doing, and I think that we're rife with. I think we're actually up to our neck in problems where the money's not being spent appropriately. Second thing is, or the most important thing is, in terms of my positive message, is that I've aligned myself with an organization called the American Manufacturing Alliance, which is an organization put up by the steel workers in the steel industry. And they want to revitalize the American economy, revitalize manufacturing through rebuilding the railway system, both high-speed passenger, freight, and commuter lines. And to do that with U.S.-made steel, with U.S.-made products, and thereby also spread an economic resurgence around the country. I think the current stimulus is okay, but we're doing short-term spending for roads and bridges and that sort of thing. That doesn't really build the infrastructure of an economy. We need something that people will see as contributing across the board in most of our communities, and a major effort. And by a major effort, I mean both federal, state, and private combines in revitalizing the railways would substantially contribute. It would be a huge contribution towards revitalizing American manufacturing. Part of the program too is considered protectionist, and I have no issue with it, which is to things that are made, items that are essential, manufactured items that are essential to the health, safety, and security of the United States should be made in the United States. And to me, that's almost a no-brainer, but we don't do enough of that, and we're selling ourselves short on that.